Sport is meant to be a unifying activity, a challenging pursuit of an eventual goal. Yet for many young burgeoning athletes, the sheer intensity of the activity and the relentless pressure heaped on them by outside parties has led to dissatisfaction and burnout. At the forefront of these pressures are parents. A study conducted by the Journal of Youth and Adolescence revealed that parents are the biggest drivers of a child's prospective enjoyment of their chosen sport. This is perhaps unsurprising, but tells us the critical importance of ensuring parental figures are not caught up helicopter parenting, essentially living their own competitive instincts vicariously through their children. As the number one factor in a child's socialisation process, parents have a decisive role in the future of their life. Parents often assume the role of motivator, facilitator, and even coach in the life of a young athlete. A study by McCarthy, Jones, and Clark Carter in 2008 investigated the sources of enjoyment reported by youth sport participants and found that positive parental involvement was one of the most frequently reported results by young males and females. Parental support, however, is not categorised as being over-involved, in which invariably has a detrimental impact on the development of a young player's sporting path. Gordon Wilson's 1993 study into the impacts of parental behaviour on youth drew the inference that parents can unknowingly create a stressful environment by placing undue emphasis on winning. Likewise, behaviours perceived as instructional and helpful, for instance sideline coercion, were more likely to be perceived as a hindrance to a participating athlete. We talked to Christina White, the parent of a current New South Wales Academy cricket player, about the dangers of over-parenting and how this can be significantly disadvantageous to young athletes. Pressure on their children when it comes to elite sport.
Yeah, I do. I think sometimes parents try to live vicariously through their children, and perhaps they've valued sport in the past and they've played something, and then they put a bit too much pressure on the kids, and the kids feel stressed as a result of it. I actually saw a soccer game once where a father went into the goal net to save the ball because his son wasn't going to save it. And I thought, this is ridiculous. It's far too much pressure and far too competitive.
What do you think parents can do differently to place their children more at ease and allow them to perform optimally?
I think parents are now being encouraged by clubs. Clubs now have signs on the sideline encouraging them not to yell, not to be aggressive in their behaviour, to acknowledge all the kids, not just their own child. So I think parents just need to step back a little and take the pressure off their children.
Thank you very much.